Welcome to Year of the Metal Rat Sagittarius. Year of the Yang Metal Rat begins on January 25th of 2020, lasting through until February 11th of 2021. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. I'm a Rosicrucian seer, biblical astrologer, Christian psychic, and Gnostic mystic. And this is a Readings by Rosemary angelic transmission. Now, rats are very, very useful creatures. Scientists use lab rats in experiments to bring treatment modalities to human beings. Sometimes lab assistants have told me that they wonder if laboratory rats are actually experimenting on their human master's degree and doctorate degree students that care for them. In reality, who's serving who? Some people think that rats are not important, that they're not significant, but nothing could be further from the truth. Rat came in first place in the Jade Emperor's Zodiac race. More on that later on in this video. For now, let's take a look at some specifics for you Sagittarius during year of the Yang Metal Rat. What we're going to do first is we're going to take a look at some of the lucky charms for not only for Sagittarius, but also for year of the rat. Now, this is where it's going to get very important because the heads up here is that Sagittarius is also associated with rats. So in Western astrology, the sign of Sagittarius the Archer, that's in the natural 9th house of life path meaning, associates with the animal of rat in Chinese astrology. So when we talk about later on, we're going to talk about the zodiac race itself that the Jade Emperor put on to place the 12 zodiac animals. We're going to talk about how rat and thus how the correspondence with Sagittarius did in that race. And we're going to get into not only some of the Sagittarius lucky charms like gemstones and numbers and colors, but we're also going to talk about year of the Yang Metal Rat, not just year of the rat, but year of the Yang Metal Rat, which happens every 60 years. Year of the rat happens every 12 years. We're going to talk about those specifics, and then later on in the video we're also going to talk about very specifically some Chinese element things and things about how the Chinese zodiac works and various things like that. So this is going to be a double whammy for you Sagittarius. This is really a year when it's going to bring out all of your qualities and more, because we're adding yang metal. Sometimes it's different. Sometimes it's not metal. Sometimes it's wood or fire or water, those kind of things. And also sometimes it's it's yin. So we're going to bring those kind of things out. Now we're going to get into the Sagittarius lucky charms first. The gemstone for Sagittarius is turquoise, and the colors are blue, white, and the color salmon. The numbers are 4, 6, and 1. Metal Rat lucky charms. Now, Metal Rat lucky charms specifically for year of the Yang Metal Rat. Again, the gemstone that's really potent at this time during Yang Metal Rat year is watermelon tourmaline. Watermelon tourmaline. It's a beautiful, beautiful gemstone. The colors are gold, white, blue, and green for Yang Metal Rat, and the numbers for Yang Metal Rat are 2, 3, 6, 7, and 8. Now, number combination specifics, although generally speaking, numbers 4 and 5 and 9 are not recommended during a rat year. Throughout Yang Metal Rat year, 5 and 9 are more promising than during other elemental rat years. Color combination specifics for these colors, generally colors that are not recommended during the year of the rat, are brown and yellow. Brown and yellow, not recommended in a rat year. Nevertheless, for the duration of a Yang Metal Rat year, yellow is more propitious than during other elemental rat years. Now we're going to talk about the compatibility, and that's going to be very important since rat and Sagittarius correspond with each other. So the compatibility with other animals on the Chinese Zodiac was going to be very, very interesting for you. Rat loves other rat personalities. Rat loves dragon, and rat loves monkey. Rat really likes snake. Rat really likes rooster. Rat really likes ox. Really likes pig, and rat really likes rabbit. Rat likes goat. Rat likes dog, and rat likes tiger. Now rat dislikes horse. Rat does not like horse. Sagittarius personality during a yang metal rat year brings out qualities of being flexible, amendable, adjustable, unpredictable, which will add much potency to Sagittarius' already adventurous, exploratory nature, thus enabling Sagittarius to attain high goals set for herself or himself. Yang metal rat year is a time to put the spotlight on self and upon one's own goals and projects. The archer's interest in expansive ideas, autonomy, and also travel will profit greatly from yang metal elements. Sagittarius will also benefit from rat's extra suppleness and animation, which gives Sagittarius an ability to return to being the social animal she or he actually is. The archer's sovereignty also locates an advantage in rat's seasonal aspect of winter to keep Sagittarius cozy and cool and happy. Year of the metal rat's liveliness and energetic style, dominion, and innovative manner make Sagittarius' extroverted motivations easy to comprehend and put into action. And this is because rat's water element is a component, because rat is associated with water in Chinese astrology. Now, yang metal rat year will give Sagittarius the impetus needed to push through hindrances and achieve long-term plans and goals. Okay, now what we promised, we're going to get into Sagittarius' place in the Jade Emperor's Zodiac race. And again, since this is year of the rat, where rat placed the Zodiac race is very, very important for Sagittarius. Of course, there are some differences between Sagittarius and rat, because rat, just generally rat, not talking about yang metal, but just rat, the main element for rat is water, while the main element for Sagittarius is fire, mutable fire. But with that said, fire, mutable fire means water of fire. So there's a connection there. Okay. Now, okay. So Sagittarius' place in the Jade Emperor's Zodiac race. Okay. Now, Western astrology sign of Sagittarius corresponds with Chinese zodiac animal of rat. Legend has it that the Jade Emperor held a race to place 12 animals on the zodiac wheel. Rat came in first place in this race held by the Jade Emperor. Rat made a deal with cat. The rat made a deal with the cat to hitch a ride on top of the ox, because they were the best of friends, and throughout that time, they thought that ox would be able to cross the river faster and more assuredly than anyone else, thereby giving them excellent placements on the astrological wheel. So rat and cat made a bargain, and it was rat's idea to hitch a ride on top of the ox, because they thought ox would do very well, faster and stronger than, maybe not faster, but definitely stronger, therefore to get there sooner and more assuredly more than rat and cat. So they hitched a ride. Okay, and it was rat's idea. It's very important. Okay, now legend has it that rat made a move. Okay, rat made a move that caused cat to be thrown off ox, allowing rat to get ahead of everyone and finish in first place. So rat made a move and caused the cat to be thrown off the ox and caused rat to be able to scurry ahead and to go ahead and to get ahead of even ox. Okay, so rat came in first place in the Jade Emperor's great race. Okay, now this has gone into making another legend, and this legend says that this is why nowadays rat and cat do not get along, even though they used to be very close friends. Cat is mad at rat, and rat knows why. and also recognizes the cat's anger is right, which is why we see cat always chasing rat to get retribution and rat running away from cat. So that's a very important story. And then the Chinese Zodiac and the Jade Emperor's great race to place 12 animals, lucky animals, on the Chinese Zodiac wheel. Now we're going to get into Sagittarius's elements, and Sagittarius is mutable fire. Again, mutable fire, mutable fire. Yang qualities of year of the Yang metal rat will heat up and speed up, brighten and dry. The Archer's water of fire, rational qualities, giving you an occasion for more abundant opportunities to enjoy excursions with spouses, romantic interests, friends, and family. Sagittarius will engage in more parties and help to keep everybody, sort of entertained and amused and up for fun escapades in Yang metal rat year. And this is especially true when general cold rat qualities of winter are taken into account. Yang metal rat year is also chilled, charmed, and relaxed by the element of water, which is the main element associated with rat in Chinese astrology. Metal shares masculine attributes with Yang. Again, metal shares masculine attributes with Yang, and that of being tough and rough. Okay, although metal is also steadfast, which is more of a yin attribute. Yang metal is a heating of metal, bringing out qualities of being reshaped and molded. Also, excitement is sustained from chilling winter and colder water traits, thereby soothing emotions piqued by the jealousy of others. So beware of envious people and envious creatures in general. Yang metal rat year will be active, vital, and powerful, requiring Sagittarius to keep opposing forces of ambition on one side and pragmatism on the other side in balance, in equilibrium. This will lighten up the Archer's mutable nature while adding peaceful moods towards starting new life cycles. Yang metal rat year ignites much admiration, envy, determination, and lust for complete freedom, and a strong urge for excellence in meeting personal goals. Sagittarius must focus upon self during Yang metal rat year if personal aspirations are to be accomplished and the Archer's aims brought into complete fruition. It's all about self-fulfillment during Yang metal rat year. Entertaining, bouncy, indispensable, clever, supple, and potent metal rat makes goals in life logically attainable, fundamentally solid, and manifest. With enough extravagance and luxuriousness for experiencing really sort of extravagant and luxurious voyages that Sagittarius really loves so much, especially throughout Yang metal rat year. So this is going to be what you're going to be involved in Yang metal rat year. Now next we're going to look at Sagittarius the Archer year of the Yang metal rat lesson. What is Sagittarius's lesson? What is the lesson for the natural ninth house of life path meaning for Sagittarius? What is the lesson in Yang metal rat year? Well, Sagittarius, avoid getting involved in circumstances or situations where the Archer's hard-earned money and also your not only your money and your savings and your investments, but also your properties, okay, could be used to advance someone else's endeavors or fill someone else's wallet. Yang metal rat year's best motto is the cliche, every man for himself, no matter your age, your gender, or your creed. It is time to center upon Sagittarius's own desires and long-held dreams that the Archer might have ignored thus far in favor of complying with the demands of others. Ambition and self-care should be seen as good things at this juncture. This is true now more than ever, since rat year is the start of a new cycle every 12 years, and Yang metal rat year, which gives Sagittarius the prompting necessary to proceed and push personal goals forward, occurs once every 60 years. It's now or never is another fashionable saying that applies at this point in time. So remember, every rat year is a new cycle, where it's Aries in Western astrology. But in Chinese astrology, it's a rat year, a Sagittarius that begins, okay, that time of the year that begins a new cycle. Now, again, rat year every 12 years, but a yang metal rat year that gives you the yang and the metal to bring your desires forward. That happens only once every 60 years. Okay? So do it now. That's it. Or forever hold your peace. Okay. All right. Now, Sagittarius, the Archer year of the Yang Metal Rat blessing. Expect more helpful prospects and lucrative opportunities to be offered to Sagittarius this year. During a period of vigorous moves forward, the Archer's ability to be dedicated to her or his own values and jovial personality will be of great worth. Sagittarius's natural mutable sign nature adds much profit to doing business or having a relationship with the Archer at a time when Yang metal elements are already driving projects ahead. Sagittarius's profession, personal dealings, and health will all be strengthened throughout year of the Yang metal rat if funds are aimed at providing for the Archer's own needs rather than investing in other people's ventures. Sagittarius will probably be overwhelmed and inundated with opportunity coming from individuals or groups that want or need the Archer's audacious spirit and love of investigation. Sagittarius will also be vastly popular and valuable to people looking to hire talent and suitable employees or managers for their ventures and businesses. Sagittarius will make those who feel unsettled or nervous because of the powerful forces released by Yang metal rat year feel adaptable and clever so that they may pursue their daring schemes and a lot with confidence. So not only will they be able to pursue their goals with self-assurance, but they're also going to be clever about it, and they're going to be able to adapt to the circumstances. Now, the Archer will be able to make a profitable business out of his or her ability to make others feel undaunted and courageous, and that nothing can stop them. Sagittarius is a maverick, and boldness is a good thing in year of the Yang metal rat. All right, Sagittarius, now we're going to get into the Chinese zodiac specifics, the elements and how the elements work together to balance each other in Chinese astrology. And it's even that way in Chinese medicine, which is why Chinese medicine is such an ancient culture where when in ancient Chinese medicine, if the doctor kept the patient healthy, he was well cared for because his community would care for him if they were healthy. So that was a better, so that in ancient Chinese medicine, they never told people you have this and sort of, they didn't put that on him and make it, like this is it and this is a word and a diagnosis and that's it. They didn't do that because they knew that because of the authority of the doctor, that would put it in the person's mind and be impossible to remove it. It'd be impossible to remove an idea like that. Therefore, in ancient Chinese medicine, what they did was they just said, well, you have a little too much yin or not enough yang, or a little, you need more metal, or you have meridians in your body, energy centers in your body that need to be, some need to be speeded up, some need to be slowed down, some need to be unblocked, and we'll do this and that. And they showed them how and worked with them with their diet and their exercise and their family life and everything, and they use acupuncture and those kinds of things and moxibustion in order to bring sort of a healing and a gradual wonderful, so that the patient could feel that they were also a big part of the cooperative effort between the doctor, the patient, and the family and the environment and the community. And people got well. People were kept healthy. Why? Because it was fortunate for the doctor to keep them healthy. Doctors didn't make money from sickness. They had people bring them things that they needed from their patient's health. So that was very important, and this is something that's very good, to bring back in our society now. And being an RN, I have to say that I've seen that work. I've seen that work. Okay, now we're going to now get into year of the Yang metal rat and some of the Yang metal rat attributes. Now we're going to look at the year of the rat and how it corresponds with the sign of Sagittarius, the Archer, in Western astrology. So we have a little diagram here with the wheel of the zodiac, and it is here Sagittarius, the Archer, is in the 9th position. It's in the natural 9th house, with Aries being number 1, the natural 9th house of the zodiac of life path meaning, Sagittarius the Archer. Now that corresponds again with rat in Chinese astrology. So again, Western astrology, sign of Sagittarius, corresponds with Chinese zodiac animal of rat. Okay, now legend has it that the Jade Emperor held a race to place 12 animals on the zodiac wheel. Rat came in first place in this race held by the Jade Emperor. Rat made a deal to catch, to kind of catch a ride with Cat on ox. So, you know, Rat had the idea, and he convinced Cat to sort of hitchhike a ride on top of the ox, because they were the best of friends, the Cat and the Rat, and thought that ox would be able to sort of cross the river faster and more assuredly than anyone else, thereby getting them excellent placements on the astrological wheel. Now, Rat made a move that caused Cat to be thrown off ox, allowing Rat to get ahead of everyone and finish in first place. Rat finished in first place. Now, according to legend, this is why nowadays Rat and Cat do not get along, even though they used to be very close friends. The Cat is mad at Rat, and Rat knows why, and also recognizes that Cat's anger is right, which is why we see Cat always chasing Rat to get retribution, and Rat running away from Cat. Okay, now regarding the metal rat attributes, for year of the Yang, metal rat has general rat qualities and is known to be essential, animated, vigilant, and also clever, although fragile, amusing, watchful, and live. Now, metal qualities will add much strength and steely nerve, willpower, focus, self-assurance, and determination to Rat's more lively, humorous, quick, and dynamic personality attributes. Now, regarding the metal rat advice for year of the Yang metal rat, Yang metal rat is a year to focus, really focus in, center in on the parts of life that bring out one's enthusiasm, obsessions, self-concerns in life. This is not a time for philanthropic ideas or ventures unless such activities are beneficial where self-interests are concerned. A desire for freedom will prevail during Yang metal rat year, which should not be denied, lest breakups or abandonment become the only way to attain such personal emancipation. Metal rat year is an excellent time frame in which to find solutions for any troubles that might have resulted from keeping a slower pace during the previous year of the Yin Earth Pig. Now, indeed, this is the period to sort of play catch up, because Yang metal rat affords one intelligent and covetousness and control to do so. Now, regarding metal rat influence, Yang metal rat begins a new cycle in Chinese astrology, and this is very important since any rat year starts another cycle of 12 Chinese animal zodiac signs. New cycles in astrology cause new plans to be developed, fresh ideas to be considered or proposed, and innovative projects to be started. Trying out new things or initiating new situations must involve some chance, and therefore one must be mindful in order to make sure that such risks have a high probability of succeeding. Year of the Rat repeats every 12 years in Chinese astrology, while Year of the Yang metal rat repeats every 60 years, occurring in 2020, 2080, 2140, 2200, 2260, and 2320. Traditional Chinese zodiac places Rat, which associates again with Sagittarius, Sagittarius the Archer, in Western astrology system at the beginning, November 22nd to December 21st, and Pig, which associates with the sign of Scorpio, which is right before Sagittarius, at the ending, okay, of the zodiac, from October 23rd to November 22nd of the astrological wheel. So the beginning of the Chinese zodiac is Rat, that associates with Sagittarius, and the ending of the Chinese zodiac is Pig, which associates with Scorpio. Okay, so that's where their delineation occurs. That's a difference where our delineation occurs at Aries and Pisces. Okay, all right. So now, with that said, it is also, though, intriguing to notice that the Chinese zodiac splits its beginning and ending again between Rat, Sagittarius, and Pig, Scorpio, which is right where the mysterious zodiac sign of Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer, is found. Okay, Ophiuchus is often called the 13th zodiac sign. It is equally fascinating to become aware that the Celtic pagans consider the festival of Samhain on the 31st of October is actually being their new year. Okay, so that's one sort of coincidence. Also being a lunar calendar. That's why it's a lunar calendar. So you see these similarities when you have lunar calendars. With that said, when corresponding with Western astrology, one would associate the head of Western zodiac sign, which is Aries again. Now that's Aries is associated with dragon, and Pisces is associated with the tail of Western astrology, and Pisces is associated with rabbit. Pisces is associated with rabbit. Okay, and that's very important to understand how these all sort of, where the slight differences and where they also have similarities. It's also fascinating to comprehend that there are many cultures, more than one New Year's celebratory festivals in a year. And in the Hebrew calendar, that was used in the Bible, and that Jesus Christ utilized since he was Jewish, a Jewish rabbi, and what is still used, it's a lunisolar calendar. So they have the lunar, but they also still pay very close attention to the lunar months and the lunar, like the beginning, when there's a full moon, when there's a new moon, and all the various attributes, and starting with the new moon. So it's very important, and that's where a lot of secrets are kept, is in the lunar. A lot of spiritual secrets are in the lunar mysteries. Okay. Now, metal rat year is formed from the attributes of being the seventh heavenly stem of yang metal gotten from 10 celestial elemental qualities, and the first earthly branch gotten from 12 terrestrial animal personalities. And in many ways, this is very much similar to Kabbalah, and to Christian and Jewish Kabbalah, because you're taking like an attribute. Even tarot talks about that. You take an attribute like the fire signs in Western astrology, and then you have fire of fire and air of fire and water of fire, and that's reflected in the tarot cards in Western astrology. So you see these celestial stems and branches are very similar. It's very, very similar. So it's also important to note that the 10 heavenly or celestial stems are derived from the 5 elements in Chinese astrology, which are fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. The 10 qualities are comprised of characteristics of yin and yang divisions within the assigned elemental attribute, with this current year of the metal rat being a yang metal rat year. Yang metal rat. Therefore, there are 10 aspects gotten from yin and yang characteristics of the 5 Chinese elements. Now, the primary guardian angels, we're going to go into a little bit here, some guardian angels you can use during this year, if you're familiar with some of the more familiar guardian angels. We'd like to give you some which will be helpful during year of the yang metal rat, and because of the associations that are, we're going to show you how, if we're utilizing Sagittarius and yang and also metal, how this will kind of give you the right guardian angels to utilize to make this a very auspicious and prosperous and lucky year for you. Now, primary guardian angels, again, for year of the yang metal rat. Okay, elemental archangel of metal is a bit tricky since Western elements do not include the elements of metal and wood. Okay, so Western does not have wood and metal. Okay, so also Chinese elements themselves do not include the element of air. So you have 5 in Chinese and 4 in the Western system. Therefore, we shall divulge the closest approximations available using the element of Yang and the Western zodiac sign of Sagittarius to help us find the best representations of these guardian archangels for you. Now, Yang corresponds with fire and does as does the sign of Sagittarius, the archer. So Yang and Sagittarius both correspond with fire. Again, Sagittarius corresponds to the rat, okay, in Chinese astrology. Therefore, archangel of the element of fire, being the elemental archangel Michael or Michael. Okay, we're all, most of us anyway, are familiar with the archangel Michael or Michael. Michael will represent and present as guardian angel during this astrological transit. Now again, year of the rat in Chinese astrology corresponds with zodiac sign of Sagittarius in Western astrology and consequently associates with elemental archangel of fire signs referred to in various Christian and ancient Christian and also Hebrew traditions, as well as in scriptures as being, again, Michael or Michael, astrology angel of this seasonal aspect of Creator's great clock. I'm talking about the Sagittarius, that association. Now, we are taught through oral tradition and Kabbalistic writings that astrology archangel or zodiac angel Adnachiel is our association, Adnachiel, for this portion of Creator's cosmological progression expressed in extra-biblical Christian Jewish writings. Zohar is what we recommend as a primary source of written Kabbalistic knowledge. These angels and archangels present in their masculine forms due to Yang elemental association of Yang in metal rat year. Yang metal rat, Yang is masculine, Yin is feminine, so since it's Yang metal rat year, it is going to be a more masculine presentation of these archangels. Now the secondary guardian angels for Yang metal rat year, planetary archangels which associate with Sagittarius, being Western astrology correspondence for year of the rat, again Sagittarius, year of the rat, okay, is the angelic ruler of Jupiter, being Sachiel. Awareness of both Western or Eastern astrology associations is very helpful in this matter. Now, earth and celestial angelic coordinates for Yang metal rat year. Okay, we're going to go over the earth, the grounded earth angelic coordinates, and the celestial, heavenly celestial angelic coordinates, because even though we're using Michael for fire and all of that, and Raphael and Uriel, okay, and Gabriel, we're using these traditional guardian angels, these 4 guardian archangels of the Watchtower. We are utilizing them, but keep in mind that their positions, where they're placed, is different on the earth coordinates than in the celestial coordinates. Okay, it's a different because we're going with elements of the earth and then where the constellations are, so they have different positions where they are located, and we're going to go over that for you to make it easy, but we'll make it easy for you. Okay, so again, these are going to be both earth and celestial angelic coordinates. Now for earth coordinates, earth first, of elemental guardian, elemental archangel of earth is the archangel Uriel, Now in the east, the elemental archangel of air is Raphael. Again, these are for the earth coordinates, but this is in the east, elemental archangel of air, Raphael. In earth coordinates, in the south, we're going to have in the south, for the earth coordinates, in the south, elemental archangel of fire, Michael or Michael. Okay, now in the west, we're going to have elemental archangel of water, Gabriel, for the earth coordinates. The earth coordinates in the west, elemental archangel of water, Gabriel. Gabriel. Now we're going to look at the celestial coordinates of elemental guardian angels. All right, these guardian angels, these elemental angels, archangels of the watchtowers. Now, the celestial coordinates are as follows. In the north, when you're talking about the celestial, in the north, okay, the north elemental archangel of water is Gabriel. Gabriel in the north, elemental archangel of water in the celestial coordinates. Now, the east elemental archangel is Michael of fire. So in the celestial coordinates, the east is elemental archangel of fire, Michael or Michael. Okay? Okay. Now, the celestial coordinates for the south, celestial coordinates, elemental archangel of earth, Uriel is in the south. In the south, in the celestial coordinates, all right? And in the west, finally, for the celestial coordinates, the elemental archangel of air in the west, in the celestial coordinates, the archangel of air, Raphael. Raphael. All right, so these again are the angels that people are, many people in many cultures are very much familiar with. They're very familiar guardian archangels and elemental archangels of the watchtowers in both the earth and the heavens. Now, fortunate compass directions in year of the Yang metal rat finds good fortune, new opportunity, and prosperity in the northeast, the southeast, and west directions. Now we're going to go over Yang. Yang is masculine. Yang is day. Yang is hot. It's fire. It is dry. It is summer. It is the outer portion. It is energetic. It is expanding. It is hard, like the metal, Yang metal rat, and it is dorsal, the back part. It is dorsal, and it is outer, exterior. Okay? Now for the metal attributions, we have ambition, self-reliant, willful, strong, and very self-assured. But also with metal, you're going to have the element is going to also have dry and grief and pungent and be associated with the nose, with willpower and resolve strong as metal. General rat associations, Yang. This is for the general rat association, for the animal of rat in the Chinese zodiac. General rat associations, again, rat is considered also to be Yang. Rat is winter though. Winter. Also rat is also water. Sagittarius again, and lily of the valley is the flower that's associated, and it's the 11th month on the Chinese lunar calendar. Okay, there are five elements in Chinese astrology, being fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. That's fire, metal, wood, earth, and water. Fire controls metal. Metal controls wood. Wood controls earth. Earth controls water. Water controls fire. So this is a circle. And this is how nature keeps things in balance. And this is how Chinese medicine works, of keeping everything in balance, where you're not necessarily, in ancient Chinese medicine, which I studied in nursing school when I was studying to be an RN. I had a wonderful teacher from China who taught us some of that, and she had mentioned that they don't, in the ancient system, they didn't give you a diagnosis that was, this is what you have and this is what's going to happen to you, where the observer is saying what's going to happen to you and changing it with their consciousness. No, they give you, this is what's going on, and this is a little bit out of balance, and this is a little bit out of balance, and a little bit too much dry, a little bit not enough moist, a little bit too much yin, not enough yang, or whatever, these kinds of things, and then treat those individual things, and then you will begin to get better if you adhere to doing these types of things. And they got their they weren't paid the way the medical profession is paid today. They were paid with, if the people could work and build houses and tend to their animals and grow their food, then everybody was healthy, and then the doctor of the village could be fed if they were all healthy. So what did the doctor do? The doctor kept them healthy, right? So in a system where the more sick you are, the more money they make, not so good. But in a system where the more healthy you are, the more productive the doctor's life is, because he's cared for, because he cares for them, they care for him or her. It's probably, as far as I can tell, probably a better system. And I have been treated by Chinese medicine and had wonderful results with acupuncture and that kind of thing. But I digress. Just as a patient, that was my experience to help, some muscle aches, really was helpful for me. Now, so this is a circle of life. As we come full circle, we attempt to balance these 5 elements. Now, for fire, we have the attributes of joy, heat, bitter, and it's the tongue. For earth, we have worry, and it's damp, sweet, and mouth. For metal, we have grief, dry, pungent, and nose. For water, we have fear, cold, salty, the ears. For wood, we have anger, wind, sour, and the eyes. Now, to calculate the Chinese New Year, simply count the second new moon that comes after the winter solstice. Now, disclaimers in order here. High magic should be used with all mindfulness, since powerful forces of manifestation are unleashed. This is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. Information found in this document is based on the oral tradition known as Kabbalah, taught to me by Rosicrucian clergy when I was but a young girl, the facts of which I have committed to memory. Thank you for joining us, and join us again.